But it's okay. We're not even worried about him. I really want to fight Shakur.
No, we need that Haney fight too, though.
No, I know. That's always going to be there, though. But that's who I want to fight. I want to go from Barrios to Shakur.
Oh, like straight to it.
Yeah.
At what, 47?
44.
You're making 44.
I'll make a whole division called 44. Me and Shakur.
44.
He said he'd do it.
No rehydration. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a huge fight too.
Yeah, and I know he's confident, so let's run it.
Core at 44. What do you think?
I love the fight. I think that's perfect. I think it'll be a lot of excitement to that fight. It's a big money fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that comes in there. You never know which version of him is going to show up. So if the good version of him show up, he gets spanked. If the bad version of him show up, he gets spanked. Either way, he don't stand a chance.
But I do have Shakur beating him, though.
Yo,
I do have you beating him. I'll that gap right back in that mouth. I'll have you looking like a saber gap tooth tiger. Oh my God, I'll do you dirty, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, you though. Oh my, here we go. Hey, not the same fighter. Hey, not the same fighter. Not the same. Hey, when I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say? When I put a beat on you, what are you gonna say?
I was there.
No.
Ryan Garcia boldly challenges Shakur Stevenson, claiming he can keep up with Stevenson's speed and hold his own inside the ring.
They're gonna be all thinking he's gonna spank me, blah blah blah, all this.
Right.
And when I get in there and I start hitting him, it's gonna be a whole. Because I'm not one of those fighters that don't have a quick eye. He knows that my eye is quick. He like I have that same eye twitch that Shakur has. I do. He knows it. We fought in the amateurs. I beat you. Don't even play around. You know I did. They robbed me because of, you know, your coach was doing something with that girl at the USA boxing. Don't think I don't know that. I know this shit. And talking about shit, you shit your pants at the Junior Golden Gloves, and we seen.
Shakur Stevenson delivers a firm reply, stating he's ready to face Ryan Garcia and will take control no matter which version steps into the ring.
Against him? That's crazy.
His mother was a judge in our fight, but she had like influence on like the judging of the fight.
What about him saying that he thought that you think he really, that you know he really won the fight? How close was that fight?
It was an easy fight. It was not a hard fight. He's lying.
All right, yeah. So Shakur Stevenson accepts your challenge, Ryan Garcia, at 144. Yeah. Coppinger says he can't make 44 anyway.
I'll be at his fight. Tell him, talk that shit after him.
Shakur makes it clear that Ryan needs to realize he isn't facing Devin Haney and should not be underestimated.
Response, I heard this before. I heard this. Tio said he was going to do a lot of things to me. He said he was going to knock me out. It sounds good, but Ryan Garcia got to understand one thing that's very important. I'm not Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. I'm not Devin Haney.
How are you different than Devin Haney?
With all due respect to Devin Haney, he got his game, but my game is at a higher level. My defense is way better. I could stand there in front of guys and defend myself. And I don't think Devin Haney has the type of defense I got that.
I totally agree with you on that. With my king. I totally agree with him on that. And I like that.
And he's a hell of a fighter.
He's a good fighter, but he's not you. He's not you.
I agree.
He's not you. Is that a fight you want against him, or do you believe that there should be bigger fights on the horizon for you than a Devin Haney fight?
Nah, I think the Devin Haney fight is a...
Ryan Garcia announces his goal to decisively challenge Shakur and teach him a lesson he hasn't faced before.
Shakur, and I thought, wait a second, like the Haney fight is like the one that makes the most sense. Like it's a huge fight. There's built-in bad blood there. You felt like you got screwed in that whole situation. You want it back. Why is Shakur taking like the top now instead of a Haney rematch?
I just think that I'm one of those guys that I will just beat him, and I just think that everybody thinks he's just some savant in the ring, and I'm just here to take that away. That's pretty much what it is. They thought Devin Haney was the same way. He's unbeatable. That's what Eddie Hearn said, right? And then went and beat his ass. Same thing with Shakur. I know people are saying he's pound for pound, this and that, but I don't see it. He gonna have to prove it. I beat him in the amateurs. I'll beat him again, and I will hurt him. You don't understand me? Like, I will humble him in ways that he's never been humbled before.
Shakur expresses confidence in taking the fight at 143 pounds. noting that Ryan could weigh up to 190 if the agreed weight limit is met.
Reasonable, because he big as hell. Like, that walking around 180. I'm walking around, I ain't gonna tell y'all my weight, but I'm walking around not too far from my weight. So, he big as hell. So, truthfully, yeah, it can happen. I just think it gotta be at a reasonable weight. And I don't want no, like, rehydration clause. I don't want nothing that's gonna take away from me actually beating him. So, he could come in, long as he make the actual weight, I'll be with it. But it's gonna have to be a lot of testing. It's gonna have to be like some real testing.
Shakur asserts with confidence that, regardless of facing Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, both will face challenges and come to acknowledge his dominance.
You'd rather fight Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney?
I would rather fight either or. I think any of these guys get in front of me, they got a lot to deal with.
Who are you here with? Are these people, who's your manager? I know you got your brother.
My manager is Jay Prince, he not here.
Jay Prince is not here. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah, I don't like your answers because I want you to get paid. Okay, your Devin Haney's not going to get you paid.
You don't think so?
No.
Why don't you think that?
Because, look.
He's a big name. I'm a big name.
He's not that. Look,
everybody wants to see that fight.
Let me be respectful because I like David.
In a tense live interaction, Shakur taunts Ryan by bringing up Rolando Romero, emphasizing that no one has beaten him inside the ring.
I was
there. Hey, no, when I put a beat on you, I'm talking about you. You got no power. You got no power.
And you lost. And you still scared him to this day.
No. Bro, I'm gonna knock that gap right back in your mouth. I'm gonna knock that gap into your mouth again. Yeah, you fix the teeth. You fix the teeth, but I'm gonna knock that right back in.
I'm enjoying it.
Bam.
It's Shakur's time right now.
Well, hold on, Shakur. How do you answer to those who say you have to have a certain amount of power to keep the elite fighters off you? Because Ryan's saying you don't hit hard enough to keep elite fighters off you. What do you say to that?
I will be Ryan, I will be Tio, I'll be Devin, I'll be all these guys, bro. All these guys are good fighters. I don't take none away from them, but they can't beat me.
Henry Garcia clarifies that their immediate attention is on Mario Barrios, while confirming that Shakur will be the next opponent down the line.
Focus with, Mario Barrios. So anything after that, I could give you my input on there, but, we are looking forward to other fights, and he's definitely on our list.
Yeah,
definitely.
What type of, training has this been? Because I know it's been a little animosity because of the Joe Goosen going over and working with. Has this changed the element of how you guys been training? Because it's a little personal. So can you describe a little bit how everything's been?
It's personal for him and Ryan, because he used to train Ryan and all that. With me, I was his assistant, so I worked with Joe. But hey, like he told me before, he's done this. He's done this with other fighters, and I mentioned that it could be an ego thing. It could be something that he just wants to prove. He can do whatever he wants. That's up to him. But
Henry Garcia shares that he has reconnected with his son, highlighting his refreshed mindset, strengthened discipline, and quiet self-assurance.
So much noise around Ryan about Shakur, and he's saying 144. Do you like that fight?
That's another fight that we anticipate. Yeah, absolutely. Something that we fought him in the amateurs too, So, of course, Ryan wants that back because we feel that we got robbed in the amateurs, and we know it, and I know it personally, so because I was in his corner. So, that's be a good fight to take on.
Meanwhile, Shakur posted on X with a bold declaration. He's ready to dominate Ryan, warning, "I'm going to cook Ryan badly. Remember, I said it." His words conveyed both confidence and intensity. When Ryan responded, he tweeted back, "I love when the tables turn. Set it up so I can show you why I'm different. All that talk sounds great." Shakur followed up with another post. 144 Ryan, let's do it. I'll be at your fight now. Scrub VTO will be involved, so don't run from that. Ryan Garcia has openly criticized Shakur's personality, labeling him arrogant and unremarkable outside the ring. While he acknowledges Shakur's abilities in the ring, Ryan sees little to respect beyond his boxing skills. He also reflects on their amateur days, recalling when he outperformed Shakur, demonstrating his speed and talent firsthand. That previous victory has strengthened Ryan's confidence, motivating him to publicly challenge Shakur and assert that their upcoming matchup will reveal who is truly superior. He emphasizes that his remarks come from observing Shakur's conduct outside of competition, not from personal animosity.
Like too ticked off too many people, but he does talk like really arrogant shit. And he is a little bit like that in person, you know, ever since amateurs just walking around like, you know, his shit don't stink, and it pisses me off. Like, I was in Vegas one day talking to his friend Keyshawn. We were having a great time, great conversation. I simply said, hey, yo, Shakur, come over, blah, blah, blah. He goes, just looks at me and goes, nah, you gotta come over here. Like some arrogant shit. I'm like, bro, what is that? We're all just trying to, you know, figure it out. You know, it's just like, you don't gotta act like that, bro. Honestly, he didn't fight good at all. He was scared. He didn't fight. It's so biased. That commentary is disgusting. If Shakur don't throw a lot of punches, he's controlling the fight. If somebody else don't throw a lot of punches, it's, oh man, he's reluctant. Oh, he's hesitant. It's just so biased. Like, I can't even watch ESPN fights no more. I really can't. It's so
Shakur Stevenson put on a near-flawless performance against Teofimo Lopez, leaving very little for critics to pick apart. From the opening bell to the final round, his movements were precise, disciplined, and strategically on point. Normally, even a win comes with minor mistakes or lapses, but in this case, every action served a clear purpose, and each adjustment appeared carefully planned. It was the kind of performance that quiets skeptics, offering no visible weaknesses to dissect or argue over afterward. On the other hand, Devin Haney's showing against Brian Norman Jr. was marked by flashes of brilliance, particularly early in the fight when momentum shifted dramatically. Dropping the champion in the second round generated excitement and hinted at a dominant night ahead. Yet, the intensity didn't continue to escalate toward a decisive finish. Following that initial surge, the pace settled into a more controlled rhythm rather than building toward another explosive moment. While the early rounds drew attention and admiration, the later rounds felt measured and calculated rather than electrifying.
Shakur Stevenson, his performance with Tio, I really had no real critique for him. That's how flawless the man operated. Pause. Right? I really could, like, I can't tell you the last time, like, because normally, even if a fighter wins, there's like a little something like, oh, you know, like even, I'm not trying to throw anyone on the bus, but let's say Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney started off very strong with Brian Norman, and then the performance kind of fizzled out. You did what you did, and you convincingly beat a champion in Brian Norman that some people thought he would be able to knock you out. You dropped him in the second round, had a stanky leg in. So that part was good. But I feel like it didn't really crescendo after you drew first blood and hurt Brian Norman in that second.
The contrast between these performances becomes especially noticeable when looking at consistency. Haney's bout started with high energy, but gradually lost momentum as the fight progressed, like a movie that begins strong but slows before the finale. Stevenson, in contrast, maintained sharpness, strategy, and rhythm from start to finish. Some even suggested he could have earned a stoppage had his precision continued. Lopez struggled to respond effectively as Stevenson controlled distance, timing, and pace throughout the fight. Now, Stevenson is turning his focus toward Ryan Garcia, asserting that he expects to display the same level of dominance. Fans and analysts continue debating potential matchups and evolving rivalries, with Stevenson's recent form reinforcing the idea that he is performing at a level that few can currently challenge.
According to Ryan Garcia, for some reason he's saying that Shakur pooped his pants. And this is not the first time that he said that. So I don't know what's up with that. He says Edgar Berlanga, boxer out of Brooklyn, was in the amateur circuit at the same time. So he was like, ask him, he knows. So what do we know? Ryan wants to fight against Shakur after the Barrios fight, right? Now, I got to keep it real, like I always do on my channel. Shakur, I don't have a problem with his overall response. What I do have a problem with is he says, Ryan, fight me at 144. which is a catch.
Wade Plemons highlights that Shakur poses a significant challenge for Ryan Garcia. He points out that Shakur is a formidable opponent across multiple weight classes, 135, 140, and potentially even 147 pounds. While it's not yet confirmed if Shakur will move up to 147, Plemons predicts it's likely in the future. Shakur's skill set, particularly his lead hand, makes him exceptionally tough to handle. Plemons considers it one of the most technically sound lead hands in boxing today, with only Alexander Usyk as a possible comparison. Although Ryan has a strong lead hook, Shakur's jab operates differently. It's precise, tactical, and not only sets up his offense, but also manages distance and reinforces his defense. This effectiveness was evident when Teofimo Lopez repeatedly absorbed the jab without a proper response. Ryan's opportunities to counter it seem limited, with perhaps only a looping left hook over the top offering any real chance, though even that remains a risky and uncertain option.
And versus Shakur's just a tough matchup for everybody at 135, at 140, and some of the guys at 147, which I don't know if Shakur's ever going to go. I mean, he will, I think, at some point go to 147, but he's a tough matchup. The most educated lead hand right now, I think, in boxing. Maybe Usyk and him have the best lead hand in boxing. I mean, Ryan has a good lead hook, but Shakur's jab, the way he uses it to set up offense, the way he uses it to keep defense, the way he used it to keep range. And yes, part of that was Teofimo not having his hands up at all, just keep getting peppered by the same thing. But damn, I don't know what Ryan does that neutralizes it, besides trying to come around the back door with the left hook over the top of it. But even then, we're talking about a looping punch getting there before a straight one. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I'd watch the fight, though. Don't get me wrong. Ryan, if he should beat Mario Barrios, yeah, of course I'd watch him fight Shakur. I just think Shakur's too good for everybody.
Despite the difficulties Shakur presents, Plemons says he would still tune in if Ryan Garcia were to defeat Mario Barrios. He emphasizes that Shakur's current skill level places him above most opponents. Interestingly, Ryan tends to perform best when considered the underdog, feeling less pressure when expectations are low. Against champions like Devin Haney or Shakur, he can focus entirely on his strategy without the weight of favoritism. On the other hand, when Ryan enters a fight as the clear favorite, the added pressure can impact his performance. Plemons notes that while Ryan is expected to win against fighters like Roy or Barrios, facing elite, multi-division champions presents a different challenge. In these situations, his underdog mindset can become an advantage, letting him concentrate on execution and tactics rather than outside expectations.
I just love something about fighting so many people don't think I'm gonna beat. It's like that Devin Haney effect.
Right.
It's like, you really think I'm not gonna beat this?
You're like a 9-1 underdog.
I think, and this is what now I'm realizing, Ryan's mentality is he loves to be an underdog because there's no pressure. There's pressure on Ryan when he is favored. There's pressure on him when a lot of people want and think he will win. When he fights a Devin Haney, when he fights a Shakur, when he fights guys that are already, multiple division world champions, he's looked at as the underdog. There's no pressure there. He can just go in and fight freely. But when he is the overwhelming favorite, when he has to put it on the line, when he's got the pressure, things flip a little bit. That's what I'm seeing.
Obviously, you were a big favorite against Rolly, and you're a big favorite again against Barrios.
Am I a favorite?
You are a big favorite, but it's a different thing, right? A lot of people in boxing are trying to say, oh...
They respect Barrios.
Yeah, they respect Barrios, and they're saying, well, maybe Ryan, if he's not taking...
Just on Rolly. Yeah, respect Barrios. Fuck Rolly.
Tiger Johnson shared an update on the upcoming WBC welterweight matchup, revealing that Devin Haney will no longer appear on color commentary as initially expected. Instead, Shakur Stevenson will join the broadcast, bringing insights from his daily experience training and sparring with elite fighters. This offers fans a rare perspective, as he can speak about competitors he knows firsthand. The spotlight will be on Ryan Garcia, a 24-fight veteran with 24 wins, 2 losses, and no draws, including 20 knockouts. He has been stopped just once in his career. Ryan will take on Mario Barrios, the WBC Mexican welterweight champion, whose record stands at 29 wins, 2 losses, and 2 draws, with 18 knockouts. A notable detail is that both Barrios and Garcia suffered their only career stoppages against Tank Davis, creating an intriguing connection ahead of their clash.
Well, Stevenson is going to be part of this color commentary for tomorrow's WBC welterweight showdown between the guy he's talking about fighting every single day and the guy's talking about fighting him every single day, in King Ryan Garcia, who is 24 wins, 2 losses, no draw, 20 wins by way of knockout. One time in his career he's knocked out, as he's going to take on Mario Barrios, the WBC Mexican star welterweight world champion, who is 29 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 18 wins by way of knockout. He too was knocked out one time in his career. Oddly enough, Mario Barrios' only knockout in his career was to Gervonta Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia only knockout in his career was to Gervonta Tank Davis. Just take that into consideration for what you make.
If Ryan Garcia comes out on top, preparations are already underway for a King of the Ring event, which would feature him against Shakur Stevenson in the main event. The co-main would see Devin Haney facing Keshin, while Rolando Romero takes on Conor Benn in the third bout. However, the result of tomorrow's fight is crucial. Should Ryan fall to Mario Barrios, plans would change, shifting the focus to a unification match between Devin Haney and Barrios instead. This makes the upcoming clash critical, not just for Garcia and Barrios, but for the wider welterweight landscape. Johnson highlights that the stakes are high, and boxing fans worldwide will be watching closely to see how this decisive fight plays out.
We already had the conversation that they want to do a King of the Ring card. The King of the Ring card will feature Ryan Garcia versus Shakur as the main event, Devin Haney versus Keyshawn as the co-main event, Rolando Rolly Romero versus Conor Benn as the third fight, and then I'm being told that His Excellency Turkey wants Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus Jared Big Baby Anderson. But also, there's another major fight that they're looking to put on this card as well. And that fight could be Teofimo Lopez versus Brian Norman Jr. So it could be Teofimo Lopez versus Brian Norman Jr., Rolly Romero versus Conor Benn, Devin versus Keyshawn, then Shakur versus Ryan. But Ryan has to win tomorrow. Here's the plot.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for what's coming next.